Hello guys, welcome back. Hope you're enjoying my videos. I thought I'd do something a little different here. I'm going to start a PvP series on unofficial cluster. So as you can see, I joined up here, just naked on the beach. And I'm going to keep doing my tutorial videos and tips and stuff like that. But I figured I'll do a video like this because this is how I like playing. This is how I usually play. PvP cluster. This is unofficial. I go official too, but this is unofficial. So I'm just going to speed through my note run here as I started out. And I'm just going to kind of do this, let you guys see. Hopefully you enjoy, see what we can get into, see how long we can last. And like I said now, maybe I didn't say, but I joined this cluster. It's about 2 months after the wipe. So I don't even know when this cluster wipes. Wasn't able to see a date or anything like when they wipe, so I'm not sure if it's going to be here for a month or a couple of weeks or what, but no big deal. We'll just play and have fun. So PvP cluster, pretty active cluster. I can see quite a few people around on servers, so it has all the maps, and it is a vanilla cluster, which if you don't know, means basically that it's like official. So all the rates on here are just like small tribes official. Really the only difference is that there's no transfer timer on this cluster. So that's really nice because you don't have to wait for the timer all the time to transfer. But other than that, all the rates are like exactly the same as small tribes. So pretty much it. But yeah, I'm just gonna speed through my note run here and kind of show you how I do things along the way. It gets pretty entertaining, so stick with it, and I hope you all enjoy it. Try to keep the videos not too long. Have to speed through things, do a lot of editing, because clearly when you're playing there's a lot of footage, a lot of things that aren't as exciting. But anyway, right here I was up pretty high in levels, but I had seen right there this Carno just got killed by these trikes, so I figured on my note, well, maybe he had some metal tools I could use, but he didn't, and it turned out pretty bad. As you can see, the compies killed me. So the lesson there, when you're doing a note run, don't stop. Anyway, being that I only had a couple more notes to get anyway, and I was up in the 70 something levels already, I just said, well, I'll just head over to Genesis 2, because those last couple of note boxes weren't really going to put me anymore now that I had died, so it wasn't going to help me much. So I figured I'd go over here, look around, just see what I could see, get some loot crates or some drops, because as you know, in Genesis 2 they're very powerful. So that's what I did. Went for a few loot crates around here, see if I could see anything from some used bases, and I found this little raft on the way, and it's actually a motorboat. So motorboat's little metal base, but unfortunately as of now I had absolutely nothing, no way at all to get in here, so not happening. But probably some decent stuff in there, but can't get in there, so not at this point anyway. So I just kept going for loot drops, and then I also did some missions because, well, obviously you're on Genesis 2, do some missions that give you a few levels, give you some XP. I got an XP note, or got a couple XP notes on Genesis 2, went and ran the missions, a few easy missions that you could run, just the racing missions you could run without anything, and did that, saved up a few points, built a small base while I was on Genesis 2. So that's kind of how that is. So because on Genesis 2 in this cluster you can transfer out with anything of Genesis 2, but you cannot transfer with anything into Genesis 2. So I built a small base there so that when I'm there I can, get what I need to. So then it came to Crystal Isles, because I figured, well, of course if I'm going to get this series going right, I'm going to need to get some way of getting around. So got a little bit of crystal with a stone pickaxe, and of course tamed myself a wyvern, because hey, once you get one, it's a lot easier to get another one, no matter what level it is. Then I said, my next one I seen was a level 20. Tamed that one up real quick, because, hey, when you're in a PvP server, if you lose your only way of transportation, that's bad. So then I'll be able to put one wyvern into upload, so that I always have one if I need to. So then I'm flying around just looking for what I can find. Still basically have nothing. Found a smithy with some metal in it, and decided the best thing I could do was make some metal tools, because tools better than armor when you're starting out, because with tools you can get more metal. Right? With a metal pick you can get crystal, get metal, and in my opinion that's the thing you need when you start out, is metal tools first. So I also made a sickle because I wanted to make a crossbow, but I didn't have fiber, enough. So as you'll see here, a sickle, that's the tip for you guys. A sickle is super powerful when you're early on starting. Look at the fiber, 395 fiber in just like 3 seconds. So it only takes like 2 metal to make a sickle. So make a sickle early on. You'll get all the fiber you'll need. It'll save you a lot of time picking it by hand. So I was able to make a crossbow then, getting a few things together. So had a basic kit now, basic tools. Then as you'll see, I found another smithy pretty close by again. Had some more metal in it, and I was able to make a little bit of armor this time because I already had my tools. So yeah, figured to make, it wasn't enough to make a sword, which is nice, but I figured armor was good anyway because, you know, I had a wyvern, I had a crossbow, so make a sword. I mean, make armor, sorry. Make a sword later. So that's what I did. So basically at this point in the game, I'm just flying around looking for things, abandoned bases, raided bases, things that people left behind that I can take and use because, you know, I don't have much of anything, and trying to get started, that's the way to do it. You could find stuff for free. I then found this PT just sitting here. I figured it was somebody, so I went up and hit it because it wasn't flying, and sure enough, it was on aggressive or neutral. So I'm like, well, maybe I should take it out because, hey, no reason I shouldn't get what I can, right? So I took it out, and yeah, it was worth it. It had some good stuff on it. Nothing amazing, but certainly helped me out at this point in the game, and you'll see. So yeah, there's a saddle. Oh no saddle, my bad. I had parachutes. At this point I had not had any parachutes, and on a PvP server, you know that's very important. So yeah, a couple of basic resources, but really the parachutes were what I got out of that. So not bad. I then found another, same thing, a little starter base somebody had put here, I guess. And once again, they had a little bit of stuff in it. Some basic stuff. I was able to use a little more metal. I was able to make a few more things, able to get the rest of my armor. They also had some more items, a little more metal in this box, and I broke it open. And I made a few more things, pretty much had a full kit then. As I was doing that, I looked over and I saw a 140 wyvern. So of course, you know, I had to tame that up because, yeah, I was just on like a level 50 or so. And that's good for getting me around, but the weight was sure filling up quick. So 140, much better for getting around and doing things. Then found another base here. Clearly these guys were not very well, not very good, just starting perhaps, but so I checked it out, but they didn't really have much of anything, and really whatever the little bit they had they just had some basic stuff, so I just basically left them be, and because I know a lot of guys wipe everything, but that's not me. So they didn't really have much here anyway. They had some boxes over there that I checked later, but there was not really much, so I just moved on from there. But then, now it starts getting good. I came across this. Now I know there's a cave down in here, but I didn't see anything. It looked like there was nothing here, but something looked a little suspicious. Maybe there was some trees missing, I'm not sure. So I flew down to investigate, and sure enough, there was a gate there. I wanted to make sure that Spino didn't come in and get me from behind, but there was a gate here, as you can see. So somebody was in there, and they had been offline for a little while, but not too long. So I thought to myself, this could be something maybe I could handle, and if there's no turrets, possibly, right? Tame an Arthro and get in there. But I looked into a little more investigating, and yeah, they were set up a little better than I had hoped. They had a couple of Volanosaurs in there, a couple of Plant X, looked like about 5 or 6 turrets perhaps on that end. So yeah, I wasn't probably going to get in here, but definitely you could see a lot. I could see back in there they had some incubators, 2 or 3 incubators it looked like. As you can see over here, another Plant X, some turrets right up under here, and on this side there's a few more turrets. So yeah, somebody certainly, I wouldn't mind, give me a nice start if I could get in there. But at this point in the game, with me only having a primitive flak set, and a few metal tools and a couple of wyverns to my name, probably not happening. So I thought about it. I thought, no, I don't think there's any way I could really get in there, but certainly worth keeping in mind for the near future. And yes, if you stick around, we're going to come back to them, don't worry. But in the meantime, fly off, see what else I could find, because right now, like I said, I was still pretty much a bob. So I flew right across here, right behind their base. I thought maybe I could, like, you know, get against the rock and see in there, you know, somehow. But from the back, but I was not really able to. I didn't think I would be able really to. I could have tried K-Cam, but I didn't really think about it. And then I saw this wyvern. Thought I'd check him out, and then fortunately, it happened to be a 145 blood wyvern. And so you know what that means. That's right, tamed him up, because hey, 145, that's probably something I could start a breeding line with. And the stats weren't amazing, but they were not bad. Definitely could start a breeding line with that. So for a breeding line, what do you need? Well, you need a mate, right? So I tamed up a mate. Low level, male, but so what? I could use the stats from the female, breed them till I get what I need. So all in all, pretty good. Put the rest of them in upload so they'd be safe. I now had like 5 wyverns to my name, so I'm feeling a little bit better about myself. Still only some primitive gear though. The only thing I got, by the way, on Genesis, the missions, was a decent compound bow. That's really the only thing I had gotten. I don't know if somebody was getting them, but I couldn't find many drops. Or maybe somebody was getting them already, I don't know. But then I found this base, had been raided, had a few turrets, was just getting started maybe. And I figured I'd check it out because, hey, like I said, at this point in the game, I don't have too much. So, got a little hide here, got some gas because I didn't have gas, so I figured, hey, why not? Got some basic things. It looked like they had some stuff going, but obviously they were raided, so. Yeah, I mean, clearly they didn't know what they were doing either. Build out in the open like this. Definitely, you know, maybe just starting out, so. But they did have some stuff, and definitely had some gas, stone. If I needed some basic things like that, if I needed gas, I knew where to come. So it looked like they'd been raided not too long ago, maybe a couple days ago. In here, I found some nice blueprints. Well, nice for me just starting. There's a nice, decent sword I could make use of, a pistol. So certainly this was worth the find. I found a couple other blueprints, cluster grenade, rockets. Because at this point, I'm, like I said, I'm only, what am I? I'm like level 75 or something. I can't even make rockets yet, so. So I looked through here for a minute. I did come back here later and get the rest of the blueprints and stuff like that, so. But not bad. Or I got most of them. So definitely a good find. Then I looked in the vault, thankfully it was unlocked, and some more basic resources. And some more stuff that I could possibly use down the road, a couple more saddles as well. So, continued flying around to see what I could see. Then I come across this griffin a little bit later, right above the water. Nice, 269 griffin. So clearly somebody had put some work into that. Probably one of the better tribes. So I'm thinking, well, I don't know what it's doing there. Maybe they're under the water. Possibly, they probably are, but nobody was on it, so I figured I'd take it out. And I was hoping there would be something good in it. I could take it out and definitely, you know, make some profit on this. And let me tell you, it turned out for the best. Yes, what was on this wyvern was definitely worth it. But that'll be in the next episode because I don't want to make the video too long. Anyway, I hope you guys like this kind of content, and I'll continue in the next video.